And today is Wednesday, and of course that means our team is out live for another Small Town Spotlight. Right now we are taking a live look at Horizon City, and you can expect to learn more about the city and everything it has to offer during our Small Town Spotlight that airs tonight at 6 p.m. Really beautiful conditions all around, and of course it wouldn't be small town if we didn't have Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis already out and about. Robert, what are you getting into now?
Tirza, what am I getting into? That has a sinister tone. Oh no, my friends. If it's Wednesday and you're tuned in to KTSM 9 News, chances are you're about to enjoy a small town spotlight. Of course, we always kick that small town spotlight off with our small town spotlight checklist. And numero uno on the list, of course, the imitation aviators. Extra hair care product, check. Dense polyester pants that I can pull right out of the dryer and they look fantastic without ironing, check. My O Cloud tennis shoes compliments of KTSM Next Star Broadcasting Media, check. And one delicious Freddy's frozen custard treat. Double check that one. Now, I'm technically on the east side of El Paso at approximately Zaragoza and Montwood. And of course, here at Freddy's, we've come here because we're going to be spotlighting Horizon City. We're not in Horizon City yet, but we will be. And this Freddy's, well, one is under construction in Horizon. Just part of the growth that we're going to shine a bright light of good news upon. I'm going to have your detailed forecast. Now, you can definitely see partly cloudy skies, but no storm action. Tonight, only the slightest chance of a stray storm, mainly east of El Paso. Tomorrow, I'm removing the chance completely as we go to 100 degrees, but then get ready. Here come strong storms. I'm going to have your detailed forecast, and oh, by the way, it's National Hamburger Day. I wish I had more hands and a bigger stomach.
You know what, Robert? I'm sure you will find a way to get a hamburger, as you find a way every Wednesday to do something you want.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
No, wrong.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
H-A-Y.
I can hear him play the music.
Oh, we can hear it. We have that. Look at this big camera we did.
Hi. Well, hi there. And it looks as though we are live on the east side because today is Wednesday and it is time for the Small Town Spotlight. Now, right now at the International Airport, it's reporting 91 degrees outside, but the dew point at 39, so it's a little bit muggy. Unfortunately, it's not muggy enough to produce any kind of storm action, but inside here at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, it's exactly 68 degrees, and every time I take a bite of this delicious frozen yogurt, it just gets better and better. Now, sitting with me is little Lucas. Lucas, wait a minute, hold on there, buddy. What are you doing there? What are you doing there? Chocolate chips? They gave you a bowl of chocolate chips? A whole bowl? May I borrow a few?
Yeah, why don't you?
Oh, look at that, fantastic. You putting them on one at a time because you like the placement. How's the flavor?
Good.
Are these your wonderful grandparents sitting right here? Mm-hmm. You know what I told my kids? I have 3 kids. You know what I told them? I said, I want 3 grandchildren each or I get a refund. You know what I mean? And they don't want that bill. So pay attention, kids.
Are you listening?
Are you listening, Lucas? Yeah. All right. Why don't we talk about the forecast ahead? Now, I am removing the chance of thunderstorms for tomorrow. We're going partly cloudy skies with a high temperature of 100 degrees. Yes, Andy gets back from his little vacation just in time to raise it to 100 and fire up the misery meter. Then we'll be looking at temperatures going down just a little bit. Friday is the day. I know we all desperately want some rainfall, and we're going to get it on Friday. In fact, I'm concerned about the strength of those thunder showers, potentially strong storms on that day, and brief heavy rainfall will be likely on that day as well. As we cruise into the weekend ahead, Saturday and Sunday, we're looking at partly cloudy skies with a chance of isolated area thunderstorms on those days. Not as good of a chance as Friday. And then late Sunday night, a system begins to come through, and we'll have a chance of early morning showers on Monday. By about lunchtime on Monday, we're going to be looking at clearing skies and dry winds. We're going to be moderately windy on Tuesday as well, and then it's right back to the triple-digit heat. I'd like the name of the person who created this fantastic chocolate treat for me.
Haley.
Would you be the guilty one, Haley Hernandez?
I am guilty.
Guilty?
Yeah.
Now, what kind of frozen yogurt flavors do you have?
We have vanilla, chocolate, and half and half.
You could mix them?
Yeah.
You have the technology to mix the two?
We do.
I'm hearing a little rumor circulating around the Freddy's, kind of a murmuring that I'm hearing in the crowd out there in the dining area. Today is National Hamburger Day?
It is.
Did you just make that up because I'm here live at Freddy's?
No, I definitely didn't make it up.
It's true.
It's true.
Do you know what we need to do then?
Get you a burger.
We need to make some smash burgers.
Yep, we do.
Dears, it's good to be live at Freddy's on the east side. Now we're heading to Horizon a little bit later this afternoon. And yes, I will be tasting a smash burger, maybe even making one myself. What do you think?
I think that is a great idea, Robert. We already know how you do on the grill, but you know what? I think we need to have Haley at the studio eventually so she can also bring some of that delicious custard to share with the team.
They want you to come to Channel 9 and bring a ton of custard.
Okay, it sounds like a plan.
That is
Sounds like
our
a plan.
request. And of course, today is Wednesday, and that means our team is out live for another Smalltown Spotlight. Right now, we are looking out at Horizon City, and you can expect to learn more about the city and what it has to offer during our Smalltown Spotlight, which airs tonight at 6 p.m. But right now, our chief meteorologist, Robert Bettis, is already standing by and getting a head start on the fun. He brings us a first live look at the forecast from the area. And Robert, it looks like you are enjoying a basket of fries with no other than your partner in crime, Tony. How are they?
Tony Pena, yeah, my photographer and I are really enjoying this. And you know what? We're live at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burger. We're technically on the east side at Zaragoza and Montwood, but they are building a brand new Freddy's out in Horizon City. And coming up for the Smalltown Spotlight tonight, you're going to see just how explosive the growth has been in Horizon City. We're going to talk to the mayor, the fire chief, and we're going to learn so much about what's happening out there. It's so exciting. Oh, hi, Haley.
How's it going?
Good, great.
How are you liking your free food?
The free food is fantastic. Thank you for
I
asking.
thought you were going to join us in the back. On the line.
Oh, help in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Oh,
some help.
yes, yes. Of course. I'm not gonna just sit here and eat.
Yeah.
Who would do that? Thank you, Haley. I'll be right in to help make the food I'm eating in just a little bit. Okay, let's talk weather real quick. High temperature right now, 91 degrees. We've got a dew point at 39. Partly cloudy skies, but as I mentioned yesterday, the chance of a storm today, extremely slight. And tomorrow, I'm removing that chance of storm with a high temperature of 100 degrees. So when do the thunder showers arrive? They're going to come on Friday, and they could hit with a vengeance. I'm going to have your detailed forecast. We'll talk about strong storms on Friday, other days that present a chance of rain, and of course I'll try to do more than just, wait a minute, if you're eating fries with me, who's running the camera? Tirza?
All right, Robert and Tony, someone has to put you guys to work over there, and it was going to be Haley. She meant business.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday. You are watching KTSM 9 News, and that must mean we're about ready to enjoy a small town spotlight. Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we're heading out to Horizon City, where they are building a brand new one of these, and that's Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burger. By the way, today I am told by Haley Hernandez here at Freddy's that it is National Hamburger Day.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've donned my apron, and I'm willing to do more than just consume your free food at this point.
Yes, you gotta work for it.
Yes, I've scrubbed my hands too. So you're saying that we have to actually do something for the burger, something special?
Yes, this is the special part.
The special part.
Yeah.
And I'll be partaking of that?
Yeah,
And I can put whatever I want on my burger?
of course.
Do you realize the level of hostility that is beginning to brew up in the KTSM 9 News control room as we speak right now?
Oh, because they're jealous.
Yeah, they're over on the west side.
Oh, so they can't.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, yes, we're going to take care of you. Don't worry. Let's talk about the forecast, and then I'm ready to learn.
Okay, sounds good.
I am a slow learner, but a steady learner.
Okay,
Thank
as long
you,
as you're a
Hannah.
learner.
Yes, I'm going backwards. Thank you so much. Okay, and with the weather, I am always learning and always adjusting, trying to give you the most accurate forecast. So here comes your exclusive 9-day forecast. Now, tomorrow, and I find this somewhat amusing because Andy had been on vacation in Colorado. Well, he's back today for the Smalltown Spotlight, and he won't really like it because we could potentially add 3 to the misery meter. I'm raising the high temperature 1 degree to 100 tomorrow. I'm removing the chance of storms. If we see anything, it would be distant lightning way to the east of El Paso County. Expect the temperatures to stay on the hot side, but then on Friday, that moisture is going to increase dramatically. On Friday, we'll see widely scattered showers and thunder showers with the potential of heavy rainfall on Friday. Those storms could get quite strong. Saturday and Sunday, I want to downgrade the chance of storms to isolated, and we'll see high temperatures in the 90s. And then on Monday, we'll have a little low pressure system come through, some morning showers possible, and then we dry out completely as we head back to the triple digits by Thursday and Friday of next week. All right, Haley, I'm ready to go. What is the secret to this steak burger?
Okay, we're gonna start over here.
Hi, Kevin. Kevin's like a cooking machine back here.
Okay, so these are the spatulas,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
And you're gonna flip it, and then we're just gonna go like this in a circle.
Oh, okay. We're gonna flip it and go in a circle.
And then we'll season it a little bit.
Oh, a little seasoning?
Yeah.
It's kind. Boy, this has been the week of me and hamburgers and grilling. So just down, smash, and circle.
Nice.
How'd I do?
Better than our employees.
No, Kevin, you're very much still employed. Don't worry, because you don't eat all of the profits. Is it really hamburger day?
It is.
Don't you have hot dogs too?
We do.
What about that frozen custard? Can we have a little more of that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so how long does it cook before it's all done?
Okay, let me show you how to do it.
Oh, please. Yeah. That's the secret, getting it off of there. Oh.
At an angle, and
At
then you
an
just
angle.
flip it over there.
At an angle.
Nice.
At an angle, and then
That's pretty valid.
flip it. How'd I do?
Great, amazing.
Well, if things don't work out at KTSM 9 News,
You'll be an employee here.
thank you. I'll take you up on that. Do we get food discounts?
Of course.
Of course. Tirza?
Robert,
Can
I don't know
make
what
your
to
burger?
tell you.
Another burger this week?
Yeah, this is your second time on the grill. I think you might have found your next calling.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, we're looking forward for you to bring back those burger flipping skills here to the studio.
It is National Hamburger Day. Who would have ever thought there was such a great day? Haley is arriving as we speak with the brisket barbecue steak burger.
Yes.
We're gonna add the toppings.
Uh-huh.
Hit me. What goes on there?
It's gonna go with
No, I do it.
Okay.
What is this?
Barbecue?
Look at my training. Look at that. Little extra, is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
I know our director,
Pickles?
Art Perez, loves burgers as much as I do. Look at that thing. Pickles. You know, I normally don't really want pickles, but something about these pickles are so special. I'm gonna put a couple of extra on there.
Okay.
Little design.
And some onion.
And some, oh. The secret to happiness in life, my friends. The onion. Would you look at that? Would you
And
look
it's
at that?
done.
That ought to be illegal, Haley.
Yep.
Okay, Tirza, 100 degrees, the high temperature for tomorrow. I'm removing the storm chances, but they shall hit us with thunder showers on Friday with a high temperature of 97 degrees. Oh my goodness, that looks
Eatable.
mouth-wateringly fantastic. Your thoughts?
I have many. Most
Your
of them
thoughts,
are envious thoughts, as you got custard, burgers, and fries. So, Robert,
Yes.
I'm living through you right
there's
now.
more coming. Hot dogs, different types of custard, all coming up.
Let's get a first check of the forecast now. Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis joined us now. Oh, goodness, and he's about to have a hamburger or something very delicious. Hi, Robert. Are we interrupting?
Oh.
Yes, we are.
You're not interrupting me. No, it's science. It's the weather, and it also happens to be National Hamburger Day. Now, I am live on the east side of El Paso at the Freddy's Frozen Yogurt and Steak Burger. And I am enjoying an absolutely delicious brisket barbecue burger. Oh, hi, Haley.
Hey.
Haley has been teaching me how to cook the burger on this National Burger Day.
Yes, it's getting a little busy. Don't you think you should make some custard? Probably the strawberry dream cake?
I'm sorry, the what?
A strawberry dream cake.
There's more to learn?
Yes.
Strawberry dream cake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right there. I'll
Okay.
be right there.
Yeah, sounds
Thank you
good.
so much. No problem. Thank you, Haley. Okay, we've got the Smalltown Spotlight coming up at Horizon. Of course, we're going to shine a light of good news on the incredible growth. In fact, they're building one of these Freddy's out there in Horizon with explosive stores and growth. Let's talk clouds and storms. Tonight, not a really good chance, and tomorrow, I'm removing the chance of thunderstorms, raising the temperature to 100 tomorrow afternoon. But Friday is still looking great for thunder showers and a chance of locally heavy rainfall. I'm going to have your detailed forecast, and it looks as though Haley will be teaching me how to make the
Strawberry
frozen
dream cake. Wow. I'll
Strawberry
concentrate on
dream
that
cake.
and on the rain,
Yeah.
okay? When you get back, you're going to have to
Yeah.
show me how to make that. Okay, we'll check with you a little bit later. Thanks, Robert.
I will. I'll share the secret. Okay.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. If it's Wednesday and you're watching KTSM, then you're probably about to enjoy a small town spotlight. Today's spotlight, Horizon City, and the explosive growth out there. In addition to numerous other restaurants, they're also building one of these, a Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burger. Joining me now, of course, is my new best friend on the planet, Haley Hernandez. Who would have known there would have been a National Hamburger Day right exactly at the moment that I was live at Freddy's? Isn't that great luck?
Yep.
Okay, what are we making in a moment?
We're gonna make the strawberry dream cake sundae.
the strawberry
Dream cake.
dream cake sundae. You hear that, control room? Let's not be evil.
Yeah,
Remember, we make food for good, not for evil.
I agree.
Let's take a look at that forecast, and then we're going to make the dream strawberry shortcake thing. 100, the high temperature for tomorrow. I'm removing the chance of storms. If we see anything, they'll be well to the east of El Paso County. But on Friday, all the moisture moves back in county, and that's going to give us not only a chance of thunder showers, potentially strong storms, and brief heavy rainfall. As we cruise into the weekend ahead, temperatures will be in the 90s. I'm keeping a chance of isolated area storms, though the chance of rain is much better on Friday. Then late Sunday night, good chance of thunderstorms. We'll keep a chance of early morning showers in on Monday. Kind of unusual, but by about lunchtime on Monday, the sunshine comes out, the winds get gusty. On Tuesday, those winds will be very dry, taking us back to fully sunny skies, and we're going to stay that way as high pressure continues to build, taking us back to the triple-digit heat by the end of the next 9 days. All right. All right, now we're ready to make the dream cake.
Okay.
Okay, what is that?
This is a concrete,
Oh,
and this is not what we're going to be making.
oh, that's for other customers.
Yes.
Poor Haley is also trying to feed actual paying customers. Okay, let's do
it.
this. All right, what do we begin?
So you're going to grab this one,
Yes,
and then you're going to grab this scoop.
the spoon. Should I have my gloves or?
You definitely should. You know,
Okay.
safety first.
Yes, safety first. Should have put those on during the weather, but I can only do one thing at a time. Okay, Haley, tell me, keep going because we got to hurry.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're going to put the gloves on.
Okay, working on that.
Put it on.
Okay, why don't you fill it for me
Okay, yeah.
just to keep it moving along. And this is the frozen custard area over here. Darn. Okay.
It's too
All right.
tight.
Now we get the vanilla frozen custard, and then
And then?
what happens then?
We're going to get a little bit of strawberry.
Huh? Oh, let me please. Oh
Yeah, put
my
your part in.
gosh. Are you kidding me right now? Is that about right?
Yeah. Okay.
What else?
We're going to put this.
What is this?
It's a crumble, cookie crumble.
Cookie crumble?
You're gonna put a
my
full scoop,
good.
full
A full
scoop.
scoop, full scoop. Don't hold back.
Yeah, don't hold back.
Okay.
And then
we
it's
top
gonna
it off
be
with.
cheesecake.
Look at that. Genius to put it in a prepackaged little cup, so it's perfect. Oh,
I knew
almost
you were
got
gonna
it.
mess up.
Thank you so much.
Right here, this last one, everything for them.
Thank you. Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay.
Haley.
And then whipped cream.
Oh, thank you. Okay, well, you stay with KTSM 9 News because we love you so much that we made you a strawberry dream cake.
Welcome back, everyone. We are live here for season 3 of Smalltown Spotlight and a return to Horizon City. Of course, if you remember, what was it? Season 1.
Yes.
Our first season of Smalltown Spotlight. We highlighted Horizon City, and you might ask, what's new? Well, there's a lot new in Horizon City. Almost kind of like an update to
you
what's
go.
been transpiring here in Horizon.
Absolutely. So this is more of a growth episode, if you will, talking about all the wonderful growth that Horizon City has seen in the last 5 years, I want to say. And today we're actually here in Casa del Mango. It's a
Yep.
fairly new restaurant in Horizon City, and the owner, Heidi Arias, she actually was so generous enough to
Yep.
kind of put the spread of food right in front of us, and it looks absolutely
Yeah,
delicious.
so this is a Dominican restaurant, which is very interesting because you see things that you're just like, that looks familiar, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. Delicious, number one. Number two, it's very, very different, which is very cool because maybe you don't necessarily get that in a lot of places throughout El Paso.
Absolutely, and I feel like here in Horizon, it's the perfect place to kind of highlight all the incredible food that this area has to offer. We're going to be talking about, all the new homes coming to Horizon. We're going to talk about the restaurants opening up here, even just giving you an idea of how some entrepreneurs have done it in the past.
Also, everyone's favorite topic, if you're a resident here in Horizon City, the traffic. Of course, you have that a lot of projects going up,
Yes,
a lot of expansion. A lot of people want to know why there's so much traffic. We have that answer coming up for you on Smalltown Spotlight as well.
Our mayor here in Horizon is going to make sure to talk a little bit more about that. So you'll be hearing from so many people throughout our newscast coming up at 6.
All right, we'll see you there.
Season 3 of Smalltown Spotlight, sponsored by Labinati Law.
Welcome everyone to KTSM 9 News at 6. Tonight we are live for another episode of Smalltown Spotlight, where we're going to be featuring the incredible town of Horizon City. And tonight we come to you live from Casa del Mangu. Thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM 9 News Smalltown Spotlight. I'm Monica Cortez.
And I'm Andy Morgan. If you'll we made a stop to Horizon City, and if you kind of ask yourselves, well, what's different? Years ago, finally coming together here in Horizon City.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things that everyone will notice, Andy, right off the bat, is the incredible that are being built around town. You're seeing new businesses. I got a chance to speak with Mayor Andy here of Horizon City, and he had so much to tell us about the incredible development of this town. Take a look.
Last 15 to 20 years, we've seen phenomenal growth.
First envisioned as a high desert getaway similar to the Sun City, Arizona or Palm Springs back in the late 50s, the road to growth and prosperity has been a long one for the town of Horizon City. First incorporated in 1988, it's only the last few years that this once small town has seen its population explode from just 3,500 back in 1990 to more than 22,000 people, according to the 2020 census. Fast forward 5 years, and the mayor of Horizon says the town is in the midst of another growth spurt with 3,500 new homes to be built in the area.
We had a lot of influx from folks coming in from even California, the Dallas area, and now folks from El Paso see Horizon as a place to live.
With such rapid growth, Mayor Renteria says there is a lot of work to do to accommodate the influx of new residents, making Horizon City their new home, including several key infrastructure and municipal construction projects.
We have the construction of our new police headquarters, and across the street here on Darrington and Horizon Boulevard, we're in the middle of expansion of that intersection. I think that's the biggest obstacle right now. There's never a good time to start a construction project in the heart of a city.
And the whirlwind of work doesn't stop there. Renteria shares that Hunt Communities is in the beginning stages of a master plan to prepare the town for the surge.
They're building those homes down the East Lake corridor with amenity centers. They're going to have swimming pools. They're going to have trails throughout the neighborhoods.
Of course, with any booming town, growing pains always appear. It's something the mayor says he is already addressing.
We don't have a post office here in Horizon, unfortunately, but we have to travel to George Dieter and Pebble Hills in order to get our mail, which is a big inconvenience for our residents. But we're in talks right now with the Postal Service so that way we can bring amenities like that here to Horizon Cities.
Aside from the amenities, Mayor Renteria says new job opportunities are also set to land in Horizon. In particular, a pecan packaging company called NoHo LLC, which has decided to move its company to Horizon City.
Their investment is going to be somewhere around $45 to $50 million new facility, which would provide, from what I remember, about 120 new job openings for the community.
As for the future of Horizon, the mayor says his ultimate goal is to have a self-sustaining city with all the related amenities.
We want that to become our downtown. We want people to live here and work here. We don't want people to have to live here and drive, to other municipalities to work. So if we can keep that money here, if we can make sure that people have jobs here, that's what we're trying to do.
There is much work left to do in Horizon, projects that may take a couple of years to complete, but the mayor says it will all be worth it at the end.
Once it's all completed, what Horizon City is transforming into, you're going to be very, very happy where you live. You're going to have that much more pride in your community, and you're going to pass along the kind of the torch to the next ones that are coming into Horizon City, so that way they can enjoy the city the way we do.
All right. Well, that was Mayor Renteria. And, you know, I'm going to tell you, Andy, one of the things that you said right away to me as we were driving into Horizon was like, wow, it's changed.
Just in 2 years,
Yeah.
you got homes being built, businesses are going up, and just a lot of growth here in the town of Horizon City. And really, really cool to see the biggest difference. And we're going to ask Mayor Renteria about that, the biggest difference that he's seen from our last trip here to Horizon City to what we see now. And it's going to surprise everyone. The word that gets tossed around the most around booming.
I like
Things
that.
are booming
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, 5 years go by and all of a sudden you have so much growth. I mean, look at this beautiful
I
restaurant.
can't believe it. Yeah,
I
really
love it.
excited to talk about the cuisine. I know you got a sneak peek there.
I know.
Someone else that's joining us on Smalltown Spotlight, not with us here, but Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis.
Yeah, what trouble are you guys getting yourselves into, Robert?
Yeah, where are you, Robert?
Oh, no, Andy, Monica, no trouble at all. In fact, quite the opposite of trouble. If trouble is happening, then you want me, my imitation aviators, and of course, Fire Chief Chris Menendez right here. How you doing there, Chief?
Doing very well.
Nice to see you, sir.
Yes, sir.
They call it Horizon Fire Department, planning for growth. Gonna tell me about this toy?
Absolutely.
This is the only one in the region, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, let me back up a little bit here. I want to show you a particular thing. Chief, what really is this monster of a firefighting machine? What does it do? And let me just start walking this way, and you can see just how outrageously big this fire truck is. What is
Absolutely.
this?
So this is our tiller. It's like you mentioned, one of the only ones in the region, and it has a 107-foot aerial. And what's so unique about it is that the maneuverability it has. We have a driver in the back, which you'll see here in a minute. We have a driver in the front, and so usually there's a 4-person crew on this truck. And what it allows us to do is maneuver through narrow roads, tight spaces, and it's a toolbox. It has all the equipment we need for any type of incident we may encounter.
Wait, we're almost to the end of the truck, and are you kidding me right now? We are planning for growth in Horizon. It's just so incredible out here. We've got partly cloudy skies. It's real quiet tonight. I'm removing the chance of storms for tomorrow. High temperature 100 degrees for Thursday. And then here come the thunder showers. I'm going to have your detailed forecast and more here with Chief Menendez coming up in just a little bit. Monica, Andy, did I miss my calling?
Robert, thank you very much. Yes, it might be your calling. Although I thought Robert looks good. What was it, Santa Teresa? He had the aviators on.
Oh, yeah, pilot,
the
right?
aerospace, yeah. Maybe pilot, so to speak.
I think that's what it is, Robert, pilot.
We get to try on many different hats on Smalltown Spotlight, that's for sure. But
Absolutely.
we still want to get to the town of Horizon City, the expansion, the growth, the projects that we continue to highlight, but we also want to get to our news of the day.
That's right. We want to go ahead and send it over to our studio with Tirza Ortiz, who's standing by. Tirza.
Andy, Monica, we begin with an update. A 47-year-old man is dead after a crash in Horizon. The crash happened yesterday around 4:40 p.m. at Horizon and Robin. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office says Marco Jimenez was driving south on Horizon when he began changing lanes erratically, lost control, and crossed the median into opposite lanes. Jimenez crashed head-on to a white truck. The driver of the truck suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Jimenez died at the hospital. Smelly, discolored, and unusable water. It's what many residents in Sunland Park and Santa Teresa have been saying they've been dealing with for years. With the Camino Real Regional Utility Authority, or CRUA, at the center of many of those complaints, as Dona Ana County officially cut ties with the agency. Sunland Park officials are already taking steps to prepare for a future without CRUA, which could mean taking on the responsibility of providing water and wastewater services to residents.
Our staff is going to be presenting a resolution that is requesting support from the City Council to establish our own water and wastewater department to make sure that we are prepared in case of the decision that the county wants to separate the assets and we have to create our own water wastewater service.
Officials plan to request $1.2 million from city funds that will help address infrastructure issues, including the ongoing situation with discolored water. City officials caution that changes will not be happening overnight, as the transition away from CRUA can take up to 4 years. Doña Ana County and the city of Sunland Park have activated a dedicated phone line and online forum for CRUA customers to report any water-related issues or concerns. That was a look at your top stories for today. Let's go ahead and send things back over to our team in Horizon City. Monica Cortez and Andy Morgan are live for our Small Town Spotlight.
Tirza, thank you so much for that. Well, if you are planning on making the move to Horizon City, like so many others before you have already further east, you're in luck. Not only did you hear a little bit earlier in the broadcast that you got another 3,500 homes that are going up in the area, you also have us highlighting what you need to know before you make the move, including what school districts you're going to be looking at, as well as some of the local amenities. And for that, let's send it back over to Monica.
Well, as we just heard from Mayor Andy about all the new homes headed to the high desert, for those of you who may be in the market for a new home, we decided to take a deep dive and see exactly what this would mean for you. A quick Google search and we found the following results. So 3 to 4 bedroom, 2 to 3 bath home with a square footage of anywhere between 1,400 to 2,100, the price? $265,000. This, of course, comes with some variations due to size and location. Now, as the mayor said, location is something to keep in mind. Here's why. This is a beautiful cutout of Horizon City, and you can actually find this on your phone if you use Google Maps. Just Google Horizon City. This will pop up. There's actually some really cool newer neighborhoods around the area. You're going to see an Albertsons. You're going to be seeing a Union Draft House, Buffalo Wild Wings. These are all some really nice, cool restaurants up and coming in this neighborhood. There's also some desired amenities, but here's the issue. None of what you see here is part of Horizon City. It's not even within the El Paso city limits either, which means you'd actually be a resident of El Paso County, meaning El Paso County sheriffs would respond to your emergencies, and if there are road repairs, that would be handled by the county as well. These are just some of the couple differences. In addition to your home's location, you would also have to decide which school district you want your kids to attend. So for example, Horizon City is actually split right down the middle between Socorro ISD and Clint ISD. And this just means that there's different feeder patterns for each district, with both ending up in one of 2 high schools, either Horizon High School for Clint ISD or Eastlake High School for SISD. And these are all issues very familiar to the mayor and Horizon City's representatives as their young city continues to grow. The expansion of city limits is top of mind for all involved. For this booming high desert community, the horizon is bright for Horizon City. Andy?
Monica did a great job in breaking down exactly that, and something that you're going to hear about throughout this edition of Small Town Spotlight is growth. You heard it in the first edition, of course, from season 1. You're going to hear it again with all these people moving to Horizon City. You're seeing a lot of growth in the area, and we're taking a little bit of a closer look on what happens next. Monica got a chance to speak with Mayor Andy Renteria about what does come next.
Geographically, we are, I believe right now we are only 7 square miles.
Unique. That's one way to describe the town of Horizon City's layout. On a map, it's just a few streets wide, totaling about 7 square miles. But the mayor of Horizon says it's actually much bigger than that.
Because of the growth that's happened around Horizon City, I now refer to the Eastlake Corridor, the Horizon City Corridor, the folks out in off of Ascension and Agua Dulce and the Lakeway area. That's the greater Horizon City. It truly is.
While the mayor says he considers those areas as part of Horizon, businesses and families living outside Horizon City limits don't always benefit from city perks. Mayor Renteria says there is a simple way to determine if indeed someone really lives in Horizon City. It's as simple as looking at their street sign. If it's blue, it's county. If it's green, it's city. So we're standing on the intersection of Darrington and Eastlake, and you'll notice those signs are blue, which means this entire area is county, not city. And the mayor says when it comes to public safety, this isn't exactly a good thing.
There's folks that live down the Eastlake Corridor as well that don't really understand that they're not within Horizon City. If they have to call 911, the sheriff's office will go out there and respond to those calls.
The Albertsons we just showed you is only about a minute from the Horizon Police Station. However, that Albertsons would get assistance from El Paso County Sheriff's Office, which is about 10 minutes away. It's these kind of legacy issues that the mayor says drive him to try and fix by annexing the land. Something easier said than done.
Back in the 60s, right, there was companies out here that were selling property out here to people were flying in, buying lots because eventually they were going to build a home there. Well, as years passed, all of that fractured ownership has become a real obstacle for the city.
The fractured ownership now a problem for the city when it comes to developing property, but the mayor says he's working on helping Horizon grow.
The city, in conjunction with some realtors and developers and the county, we've all worked together to try and piece together properties to make them developable for whoever wants to come out.
It's not an easy fix. Residents can't just decide from one moment to the next they want to be part of Horizon City. Despite being sold on the premise they already lived within Horizon City limits, the mayor says there is a procedure in place neighborhoods must follow.
In order for that property to move into Horizon City, they would have to originate that request. They would have to self-annex into Horizon because the state has made it so difficult for municipalities to annex land that surrounds them. So in order for any area here in the greater Horizon City to come into Horizon City, those property owners, those residential owners would have to request that, and they would have to actually vote on that in an election.
Nonetheless, as Horizon continues to grow, land will need to be acquired. The mayor says his vision is to see this town become the great oasis it originally sought out to be.
Once it's all completed, what Horizon City is transforming into, you're going to be very happy where you live.
All right, and in the flesh, we have Mayor Andy Renteria right here with us. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah.
It's been a couple of years since you've been here, and a lot has happened in 2 years.
No doubt about that.
Glad to see you here at La Casa del Mangu here in Horizon. So glad to see you.
Yeah. One question that I have for you, and I know it's a question that you get often, especially when you see this much growth happening in such a short period of time. There's going to be speed bumps, and we talk about that almost in its literal form. A lot of traffic questions that you get being brought up, and there's a method, though, to the madness.
Absolutely. We understand the concern, the traffic concern out here, and, we empathize with everybody here. We live here as well, here in Horizon, but these projects that are going on right now, Horizon Boulevard, Darrington, construction, even Canazo a couple of months back, that was under construction. But understand, these steps have to be taken in order to stay ahead of all the growth that is coming out here. The Darrington reconstruction project, that happened because we were given a $17.5 million grant. And if we didn't move forward with that at that time, we would have lost that money, so we really had to take advantage of that because, that's actually greater than our annual budget, the $17.5 million. And otherwise, where would we have come up with that money? So we really had to take advantage of that, along with the Canazo reconstruction project. But really, we understand the issues, we understand the concerns from our community, and we just want to assure you all that we are doing the absolute best we can. This is a TxDOT project, and they know what they're doing. They've done this, they do this all throughout the state, and, they're really good at it. I understand sometimes it may not look that way, but there's a method to the madness, and we just want to make sure that it's taken care of before the real growth hits Horizon.
Yeah.
Of course, it's always the growing pains, right, that come with anything.
Exactly, absolutely. And again, hats off to all the workers out there. And please, the only thing if I could emphasize, slow down in those construction zones. We want to make sure that the construction workers are safe. They want to get home to their families as well. And let's just make this as positive a situation as we can because it's traffic, and it's unfortunately that's what's going on right now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mayor, for being here with us. We truly appreciate it. But there you guys go. Now you have a better idea of where Horizon City is headed towards and all of the growing pains that we're hearing. But, I mean, honestly, it's going to be worth it at the end.
It's going to be fabulous. And, you know, it's going to be really fantastic. There's a lot of new projects coming up that we can't really spill the beans right now, but it's coming down the pipeline, and some real exciting things are going to be coming to Horizon soon. And I'm just real excited, and I'm deeply honored to be able to be here representing our city.
We'll have to come back in 2 years, and it'll be unrecognizable again in 2 years.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mayor, thank
you.
Thank you all.
We still have so much to get to on this edition of Small Town Spotlight, live here from Horizon City.
We'll be right back.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
I'm telling you right now, I'm sorry, but I don't care whether if you're a weatherman or you build homes or you're a surgeon. There's not a man alive that doesn't want to secretly deep down drive one of these babies right through the heart of town with the sirens blaring. Chief, how do I turn on what's the siren button?
So the siren button you have on your foot, on your left there, you should be able to push it.
Left foot?
That's your horn.
Left foot? Okay, we found that.
Oh.
Hey, thank you so much. All right, people are definitely gonna get out of the way. I am so sorry, I had no idea. Okay, well now with that introduction, I'll bring in the sponsor of these Small Town Spotlights who make it all happen, Daniela Labinati of the Labinati Law Firm. Wow. Okay. Sorry about that. Toot. One little toot.
I hope my drums are still working, or I will sue
you. I know.
And
I
give
know.
you some.
I don't want a personal injury lawyer coming after me.
You don't.
How about that drive to the east side? Is this mind blowing or what?
It was crazy. It took me it takes faster to go from Albania to Italy than it from downtown to Horizon.
I always joke from the west side, it's faster to go to Las Cruces. Well, we're not going to stop the growth. It's only going to keep going.
Yes.
And they're certainly preparing for the future. Do you like this fire truck here, Daniela?
It's a great fire truck, but sadly when you see this flashlight, that means tragedy has struck. So either it's a crash or, people have died or serious accidents, and at Labinati Law Firm we specialize in semi-truck crashes. So,
well, I think that leads us to our next question, and trust me, I've warned Tony Pina, my photographer, that it's going to be different this week. So it's time to ask that question: should we represent ourselves? Tony, what if you see these red lights? Are you going to get nervous?
I've never been in an accident, so no.
He's going to be terrified because he's seen them too many times in his life. We're going to talk about that. Let's talk about the forecast. High temperature tomorrow, 100 degrees. I nudged it to 100 because we're going to be completely dry in the afternoon. I'm taking the chance of thunderstorms out of the forecast, but on Friday, everything changes. Widely scattered showers and thunder showers with the potential of heavy rainfall. We can expect a chance of isolated storms Saturday and Sunday, better rain chance on Friday, and then we could see some lingering showers into early Monday morning. By the afternoon, sunshine, a little windy. It's going to be windy and very dry on Tuesday, and then it's time to fire up that misery meter again with another couple of triple-digit days in the long-range forecast. Daniela, if you would please take the seat right over on this side. The chief and I have been working hard.
Are you driving?
Yep, get on up in here.
Do you have a professional license to drive?
A professional what?
A professional license to operate this fire truck. You got to be a professional driver.
Well, I mean, yes, I have a current Texas driver's license.
No, that's not enough.
But in Texas, we drive friendly, the Texas way.
No, sir, you got to have a professional driver license. You are a professional to drive this truck, so if you're not a professional, you can't drive this.
Can't we just take it around the block? I wanted to do something exciting for the Small Town Spotlight.
No.
Okay.
I'm not okay with that. I told you.
Okay.
If you make a mistake and we get involved in a crash, I'll come after you.
Like the golf cart last week.
Like the golf cart last week.
Okay, but that okay. So you stay with KTSM 9 News. Coming up, of course, should we represent ourselves? I don't know. I can't depend on Tony. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone, Sam Guzman here. Welcome back to Smalltown Spotlight. Today we are highlighting Horizon City, and right now I want to highlight an up-and-coming baseball player here in the area. His name is Juan Alvarez. He is a 6th grader at Horizon Middle School and is one of the hardest working, most dedicated ball players in the area. Check it out. Juan Alvarez, aka JC, picked up the sport of baseball at a very, very young age.
I started at 3 years old. When I was a baby, I saw my dad play, so I really got interested in playing the sport. I was like, oh yeah, I want to join this too, what he did.
Getting the glove, the baseball bat, and start practice when he was a little kid. So I saw him, so I was thinking he got the game inside him, you know?
Now, at the age of 12, JC still has the game inside him and a deep passion for it.
I love it. I love this sport. It's like, I want to go more far and more far. I want to be a big star. JC's passion for the game of baseball is reflected in his everyday life, as the Horizon Middle School 6th grader usually starts his days off before the sun even rises. I wake up at 5 in the morning, brush my teeth, go to my workouts, and then I go after my workouts, brush my teeth again because I smell bad from my workouts. So I go to school, and then after school, I might have practice here, or practice in Juarez, or a game in Juarez, or a game here.
You don't ever get tired?
King Griffith once said, don't quit, and I keep on going with it. So I just don't quit, even if I want to quit.
Along with a strong determination to be the best, JC also has a great support system. His family alongside him every step of the way.
They've been pushing me a lot. They've been making me stay healthy. They've been making me go through everything.
Where they work, we just try to help him and take him to what he needs to do to get him ready.
My dream right now is to make it to the MLB and play with kind of my favorite players. I want to see if I make it with them.
Love the confidence. JC just got done playing in Irvine, California in a 5-day tournament, and he's got more baseball coming his way this summer. He'll compete in the DFW USSSA World Series in Dallas, Texas. So again, busy summer for him. Juan Alvarez is an up-and-coming baseball player here in Horizon City. That's going to be your look at sports. We have much more Smalltown Spotlight coming your way on the other side.
Welcome back to our Smalltown Spotlight series. Today we're coming to you live from this Dominican restaurant called Casa del Mango.
That's right. This is authentic Dominican cuisine,
So
without a doubt. You
delicious,
got
yeah.
everything that you got. You got the plantains, of course,
Yes.
traditional mango dishes.
Oh my
A lot of great cocktails at the bar. Certainly, we're being spoiled here. That's
We really
for sure.
are. I
And
feel so full already.
to give you kind of a better idea of what you can expect when you try Dominican cuisine, Nigel Wickens, photojournalist here for KTSM, gives us a taste.
I came because my sister is a military, and we came to visit, and we noticed that we wasn't able to find any Dominican food. And after I came here and I was here for a little while, I see the opportunity to open something like this. Julissa, she worked for me many years ago on hair, and she was in El Paso before me. So she told me, Heidi, let's do something together. Without her, we can do anything here.
Aquí le estoy preparando el mangú, plato dominicano, se come en la República Dominicana. Los acompañamos con huevo, salami, queso.
Our main dish is mango, which is this one here. Dominican people, when they wake in the morning, what they have as a breakfast is mango with, like we you see here, with the eggs and salami and fry. And then as a lunch, we go more with the rice and any kind of meat or fish. We have a lot of choices. So people can decide, you know, different things like chicharrón, fries, tostones. When they want to taste something a little different and Caribbean, they can come to us.
Todo el que viene hasta ahora sigue viniendo y nos da referencia con sus amistades, familias. Hasta ahora hemos tenido un buen apoyo por la comunidad.
The reason why I think it's going to be more growing for Horizon is because people like me that want to invest their money somewhere. I think this is going to be a good potential here. Just telling people, look, you can come here. There's a lot of potential here. Don't be afraid, you know.
And right now we are being joined by co-owner Heidi Arias. Thank you so much for hosting us. We love being here.
Oh, very welcome. It's a pleasure for us to have you here today.
One of the questions I have for you, and for many of our viewers at home who might not be as familiar with Dominican cuisine, what's unique about it? What sets it apart? What is kind of a staple of Dominican cuisine?
First of all, we do everything from scratch. Everything we do our own season. We like everything natural, like garlic, peppers, onions. So I think that's the main thing of the Dominican food.
Wow. And so, okay, can you tell us, Heidi, what do we have here? I've been staring at it all day.
Yeah, that's astel. We call rabo.
Okay.
Astel in English. With arroz con guandule, yellow rice, and some salad. It's a very, very good. It's a meat like the tail of the yes. And then we have the shrimp, garlic shrimp.
I see the shrimp
with mofongo.
Okay.
Yes, mofongo. It's a plantain. We fry and then we mash with some garlic inside and butter.
You were right.
See, I actually just had a plantain not too long ago. It was absolutely delicious. The other thing, we got treated to some passion fruit. That was delicious as well.
Oh, I'm glad that you like it. Passion fruit is a natural juice. And it's our the customer flavor ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and my last question for you, Heidi, is what would you tell our audience who've never tasted Dominican food? What can they expect?
Tasteful. You know, we like it's very tasteful. Like from the island, you know, flavors. You can taste everything. The garlic, you know, all those good seasons.
I can tell you this, you can feel the passion that you guys have for this place. As soon as we walked in, it was, you know, taking care of us and making sure that we got to try different things. And you can just tell your staff, everyone very, very passionate about what you do here, which I think adds to it as well.
Yeah, it's our pleasure, and we wait for everybody to come and try us.
Absolutely.
You guys definitely need to come. Thank you so much, Heidi. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderlands' only certified broadcast meteorologist.
People absolutely love these small town spotlights, a chance for KTSM to shine some good news on your neighborhood, your town, or your organization. Of course, none of this would happen without our sponsor, Daniela Labinati of the Labinati Law Firm. Of course, every single week we ask a real legal question. But my photographer, Tony Pena, and I, should we represent ourselves? Let's go to our legal expert, Daniela Labinati. Daniela, paint a legal situation for us, please.
Absolutely. So this is a real case that has really happened. A semi-truck was driving the vehicle, another small vehicle right next to it. The semi tries to change lanes, strikes the vehicle, doesn't even know. Lots of the semi-trucks don't even know they hit a small vehicle. They don't even feel it. The vehicle loses control, hits the pole, the driver dies, and the passenger loses conscience, is extremely injured. The semi-truck doesn't even know and actually goes away, continues to drive.
Wow.
An independent witness on the other side sees what's happened and actually follows the semi.
I see.
And it continues to follow. So then the cops came in, and who do you think initially they found at fault?
Tony, any ideas?
No clue.
Okay, well, that's a great question. I want to hold that because I need to bring in our legal board.
Great.
Now, that's Tony Pena right there. And he drives a very small Volkswagen, Tony, but he's a very aggressive driver.
I've never been in an accident, Robert.
He's saying that because you're here, okay? And you're a personal injury lawyer, and I think we all know what's going on. Okay, so here's Tony Pena driving. Now, that's a very different story if somebody like lurches in front of the truck real fast and doesn't give them time to stop. You're saying this person was just driving along and it just basically moved into their lane and got it.
sometimes they get tired or they go into your lane by accident. Sometimes they want to change lanes and they don't see you. They just, if you're a small vehicle, they cannot see you.
All right.
And so this happens quite often.
Okay.
I mean, most of the accidents happens with a semi-truck changing lanes, or they just kind of lose controls and they come into your lane. Such a big truck, such a huge force, just a little tap, and then you can lose control or they can smash you.
It is your expertise. Okay, let me do the forecast, and then we're going to have our legal answer, because I think Tony and I can represent ourselves in this particular case.
Yeah, you got to tell me the cops who they found at fault.
Okay, 100, the high temperature for tomorrow. Partly cloudy skies, no chance of storms for tomorrow. I'm removing it. But Friday is looking very stormy, scattered thunder showers and the potential for heavy rainfall. I'll keep a chance of isolated storms in for Saturday and Sunday. Not as good of a chance of rain as on Friday. And then on Monday, we could start the morning with a few scattered morning showers before it all clears out that afternoon. And then we're on our way up back to the triple-digit heat by the end of your 9-day forecast. Okay? I believe that
What's the answer?
the cops blame Tony because he wears bell bottoms. They got trapped on the brake. He's an aggressive driver, and it's his fault.
I'm a pretty safe driver, Robert.
Well, you're actually right. The cops that arrived at the scene, they blamed the small vehicle. And most of the time, the cops blame not the truck driver. So when they arrived at the scene, they thought the small vehicle lost control, and they blamed the driver, and they assumed the driver was drunk and they were at fault. And if it wasn't for that witness that followed that semi-truck and found them, the semi-truck would have left and would have never taken responsibility. And we fought for many years in that case, took deposition, witnesses, testimony, and the driver of the semi-truck, they always denied. They say, there's no evidence in our semi that we hit you, prove it. And so
You were able to prove it.
I was able to prove it, and
Daniela,
we won. So you gotta have an attorney, and no, you cannot represent yourself. I've told you this many times. You just never listen to me.
Okay, that's-
you always blame him, but you know what?
I'm
You don't
sorry,
listen.
Tony. She's right. I was wrong. Okay?
Yes.
Stay with KTSM 9 News. We're calling Labinati Law Firm.
Welcome back to this small town spotlight here in Horizon, more specifically from La Casa del Mangú in Horizon City. And Andy, you and I have been talking about growth this entire show, but we also kind of want to talk a little bit about the growth for the fire department.
That's right, and joining us now is Horizon City Fire Chief Chris Melendez for El Paso County Emergency Services District 1. Chief, first of all, thank you so much for joining us. This is actually a small town spotlight first. We got the wire fire going on here.
Never done this before.
Monica talked a little bit about the growth, and that's where I kind of wanted to start with you, Chief, is we're seeing all this growth here in Horizon City. What are some of the challenges that your department kind of sees when you have this growth that is growing so much and so fast?
So the challenges we have been faced with is the growth has been amazing, right? And so with the growth, we have issues with traffic, construction, the roadways get narrower, a lot of big boxes in the area. So behind me, you can see our tiller. We are the only department in this region that currently has a tiller, and what that allows us to do is navigate through narrow areas, through areas that are densely populated, whether it be parked vehicles or tight roadways in residential areas. And on top of that too, this piece of equipment behind me here carries a multitude of items that we can handle any emergency, from extrication to confined space to fires in residential or commercial properties. It handles medical calls. And what's so unique about this truck is that you have a driver in the front and you also have a driver in the back. And that driver is able to manipulate that trailer and navigate through the roadways.
Wow, how incredible, Chief. Last question for you real quickly is, what message do you want to give to the residents of Horizon City?
Just know that the Horizon Fire Department is a combination department. We are prepared for any emergency. We have paid staff on call. We have volunteers on call. And you know, if you want to volunteer, you can go to our website at www.epcesd1.com. We'll be hiring in August. But for the meantime, just know that our firefighters are doing a phenomenal job, and we're here to serve you.
Chief Menendez, thank you so much for joining us here on Small Town Spotlight, and please make sure that Robert stays out of trouble there.
Thank you so much, Chief.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay. Don't go anywhere, guys. We still have a lot more to share with you right after this break. Well, that does it for us. Thank you so much for tuning in, and a big shout out to Miss Heidi, owner of Casa del Mango. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you very much for coming. It's our pleasure.
And thank you for Mayor Renteria for being here as well. We'll see you back in 2 years, right?
Absolutely. I expect to see you in 2 years.
We'll be back.
But come next week back here to this restaurant, and we'll all have a good time together.
Really chimed in.
Love it. Yes.
Looking forward to next week's edition of Smalltown Spotlight, live from
Las Cruces. We're going to be talking about all the incredible things at and Hatch, New Mexico. Don't forget.
Can't wait. We'll see you then. We'll also see you tonight at 10.
Bye.